I had occasion to travel to Africa, I awoke from a nap I was taking in a tree and experienced the most astounding 2 hours of my life. The quiet, almost benign-seeming thorn scrub landscape, with its emptiness and almost infinite vistas, had come to life as I slept, and I was awakened as if by the bustle of a market in a Mediterranean city, by the sounds of a primordial commerce that I knew I had never heard before, but still somehow knew, as if preternaturally. The waterhole next to my tree had become the site of what seemed a spontaneous generation of life. Wave upon wave of animal herds descended in rhythmic turns to the cool pleasures of bath and drink. These were my first hours in the African bush, and I still knew nothing about how to read a landscape, but the presence of multiple pressures and dilations in the environment of behaviors was palpable to anyone with a nervous system. It's a profound intuition that one has. Certainly the procession of forms and fauna was astounding, but what amazed me most was the broad pattern, the deep, almost familiar rhythms of appearance, the immediate way in which my brain began to react by adopting a magical consciousness, taking on the sudden, irrepressible belief, as if you actually believed that the animal patterns were actually being created before me and were not simply being revealed. I have never been able to see space or landscape in quite the same way. One quickly learns to search not so much for objects and things as for patterns, actions, disturbances, for a larger modulus of what one could call behaviors. One searches for so many emergences of concentrated intelligibility, and we are all hunters when we dispose ourselves to discern pattern, meaning, and opportunity within the space we inhabit. Is a literal byproduct of the environment, an expression of the environment, a literal synecdoche. I know you won't know that word, whatever. We discover that we too are part of the whole. Here that we come to understand that our animal is continuous with those that we seek and find, and the ones we humans primevally had been required in the name of survival to seek and find. Is that the animal is what makes space something rather than nothing. It is what determines the positivity of space, even in the absence of concrete forms. It represents a volatilization of space, an instigator around which space and being happen and unfold. This is precisely, you're going to wake up now, I promise you this. The sex act is to time what the tiger is to space. Both are forms of prodigal combustion. I guess this is the thing you're going to remember from this talk. Write it down. No, I really recommend you write it down, because you can say, what the hell did he say again about sex? No, but this is very, very deep. This is very, very deep. I'm not going to explain it to you either. You've got to go out and figure it out.